She stood frozen, the exam paper crumpled in her trembling hands. "There's no way you wrote this," the teacher snapped, eyes cold with suspicion. The entire class turned to stare. Whispers spread like wildfire. She was the top student, the quiet one, always respectful, always prepared. So why was she being singled out now? It wasn't the test that triggered this outrage. It was something else, something deeper, something ugly. As she fought back tears, one question echoed louder than the accusations. What if the real problem isn't what I did, but who I am? The next day, Amina walked into school like a ghost, present but invisible. Whispers followed her through the hallways. She cheated. No way she wrote that essay. Did you hear what the teacher said? Her seat in class, once surrounded by friends, now sat empty on both sides. Even her lab partner asked to be reassigned. But the hardest part wasn't the gossip. It was the silence from the teacher. No apology, no evidence. Just a grade of 0 and a note sent home saying, "Suspected academic dishonesty." Her parents, stunned and confused, demanded a meeting. The teacher barely looked them in the eye. It's just, the language in her essay was too advanced. It didn't feel authentic. The word hung heavy in the air. Authentic. What did that mean? That a black girl from an immigrant family couldn't write about philosophy? That quoting James Baldwin was somehow suspicious? Amina sat quietly during the meeting, her heart pounding, eyes fixed on the floor. No one asked how long she studied, how many nights she spent perfecting her work. Instead, the school launched an investigation. Her assignments were combed through, her online activity tracked, and when they found nothing, they didn't admit they were wrong. They doubled down. Then one day, a teacher's assistant walked past the staff lounge and overheard something that would change everything. Watch until the end. The teacher's assistant hesitated at the door, then stepped in. "I heard something," she said quietly, eyes darting. "In the lounge, your name came up." Amina leaned forward, barely breathing. "They said you write too well, that your kind doesn't usually show that level of critical thinking." That word again, your kind. Amina's mother demanded another meeting, this time with the principal present. The teacher denied everything, but the TA stepped up. She repeated the conversation, word for word. Other staff members, emboldened, began to speak out. Patterns emerged, other students, other suspicions, all with one thing in common: the color of their skin. The room fell silent. Faced with evidence and mounting pressure, the school could no longer hide behind policy or polite excuses. They had to answer for more than a grade. They had to answer for a culture. Amina looked the teacher in the eye for the first time since it all began. "I didn't cheat," she said, and now the whole world knew it. Amina's grade was reinstated. The teacher was placed on leave pending further review, but no apology could erase the damage. Her confidence, once unshakable, had been cracked by something deeper than a bad grade. It was the realization that no matter how hard she worked, some would only see the color of her skin. She finished the semester in silence, head down, avoiding eye contact. But something had shifted. Other students began to speak up. Parents started asking questions. The story spread. News outlets picked it up. Amina became more than a student. She became a symbol. She didn't ask for this fight. But now she understood it, because it wasn't just about her. It was about every student told they didn't seem the type, every child judged before they ever opened their mouth. Racism doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers in grading rubrics and staff rooms. So the question is, how many more? Aminas before we finally believe them the first time? Tell us in the comments. What country and city are you watching from? And if this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.